Hey, what's going on, guys? Sean Mathis here, CEO and founder of the Agency Alliance, and I want to talk to you guys about a powerful marketing principle and strategy that's been at work behind the scenes in the insurance industry for decades. It's widely used, and most of you probably don't even realize that your companies are doing it. In fact, most of the top 10 carriers are relying heavily upon this marketing principle to build their business on a macro level. I'm going to show you how we've been teaching insurance agents just like you around the country to take those macro principles and bring them to a micro level at your local area, in your local market, to drive laser targeted leads by the dozen every single day for less than $2 or $3 a piece. Guys, it's called affinity marketing. And while some companies like Farmers Insurance or USAA or Liberty Mutual have affinity discounts, and they have specific pricing structures for certain affinity accounts like job titles, industries, certain employer groups, and alumni associations. The principle of affinity marketing remains the same, and it's the driving force behind most carriers. If you look at carriers like Chubb, USAA, Geico, you look at Farmers, Liberty Mutual, Allstate, State Farm, every one of these insurance giants are utilizing affinity marketing in their overall advertising strategy. Like I said, some are more overt with it by having specific pricing discounts and structures, but it doesn't matter if the carrier offers the pricing. You can use the principle to increase your lead conversion, to increase the effectiveness of your Facebook campaigns, and to enhance your brand awareness and lower your cost per lead substantially. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that here in this video. We're going to show you exactly how to use affinity marketing. In fact, I've created an entire program called Affinity Marketing University dedicated to giving you the principles and the strategies and the step-by-step process of how to generate laser targeted leads utilizing affinity marketing principles, utilizing effective ad campaigns, utilizing effective ad copy, utilizing our targeting strategies. We're giving you over 15 different campaigns that we've already produced and laser targeted. We know that they're going to generate leads. We've tested and proven it. We've generated over 250,000 leads over the last 4 years utilizing this very principle. And this program I created about 4 months ago, but I never released it. And for the first time, I'm getting it out to the agency force. I'm finally letting folks get their hands on this. We had a program that was very similar, but we charged $2,500 for an 8-week program to learn these principles. With this, I've made it affordable for everybody. I don't want everybody to join. I'm only going to let a few of you guys join. However, I'm giving it to you at a ridiculous price. You cannot miss this offer, all right? Before we get into that, though, I want to get into the presentation and show you exactly how to use affinity marketing, guys. And in this program, we're going to give you the step-by-step process. We're going to spoon feed you the ad copy. We're going to spoon feed you the targeting. We're going to teach you exactly how to do it. In fact, we've even got you can have our team of experts set up your first ad campaigns for you so that you're guaranteed to deliver leads within 72 hours. But we're talking about getting the best quality leads for auto, home, and life insurance. In fact, I just got off of a call with one of our Farmers Insurance agents that's a client of ours who we're managing their ad campaigns for them, generated $38,000 of new business premium, and he's only been working with us for 38 to 40 days. That's it. And he's already dropped his other lead provider. He was using Quote Wizard, and he dropped them completely, is saving money and using us exclusively for all of his leads. In fact, just last week, we generated 80 leads at $1.72 a piece. Exclusive leads, auto and home, customized, targeted exactly where he wants them. Guys, you can't get any better than that. All right, so let's take a look at this. We're going to jump in here and dive into this presentation. And if you have any questions, please go to sellingwithsean.com/AMU. All right, that's going to be the website for our Affinity Marketing University. But a little bit about us. We've helped over 1,500 agents from every major carrier, as well as independent agents, grow their business by 30% or more in the first 30 days of working with us. Our average member sees their new business production increase by $30,000 of new business every single month in just 60 days. That's the average. We've seen agents kill it with, writing $60,000 to $80,000 of new business premium from our campaigns, not total, just from working with us. And of course, we've had some guys who don't have quite the same marketing budget, and they might increase by 10 or 15,000. But nonetheless, on average, we're seeing about a $30,000 a month of new business premium increase in the first couple of months of working with us. Here's a little excerpt from a farmer's agent in Texas. Leo said, I was skeptical when I started with Agency Alliance, but I saw my business increase by $38,000 in new premium in 45 days and drop my lead provider immediately. Guys, if you want to get laser targeted leads, you want to get high quality leads, you want to get exclusive real-time leads that convert at 20 to 30%, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this program, all right? But what is affinity marketing? All right. So again, we know some companies like Farmers and Liberty Mutual have specific affinity discounts, but listen, it doesn't matter what carrier you're with. I'm going to teach you the principle. I'm going to teach you how to use affinity to draw in your customers, to write compelling ad copy that's going to convert. It's going to help you laser target your leads. It's going to help you get your ad copy clear, concise, and to the point to help you convert. All right. Affinity marketing is a type of direct marketing in which a business forms a partnership in an organization to provide goods or services in exchange for access to a new market. In this type of campaign, two parties, the affinity group, which is made up of people linked by a common interest or goal, and that's essentially what affinity does. If you have affinity with somebody or something, it's you have some commonality, you've got some common ground. What affinity does, when you incorporate affinity into your marketing, it brings this common ground, it brings a sense of belonging, it brings a sense of group, it makes the thing seem really exclusive, and that's what compels people to do business with a certain provider, all right? And the business providing the group with a product or service. They link their business and brands in a mutually beneficial way. All right, so let's look at some examples of affinity groups. Some companies have found affinity marketing so successful that they have offered exclusive discounts or pricing for groups that work within certain industries or belong to certain organizations, etc. Affinity marketing offers a perceived reduction of risk for the group members who might sign up for an insurance policy, for instance, if other members of the group are doing so. Or customers might sign up for an offer if it came from an alumni association or their credit union or from a company, right? So when you see companies will have, a group of, in fact, most of your companies have some sort of affinity partnership with lead providers or with direct mail companies, and they'll say, hey, here's these providers that we have vetted that are good, right? And you do business with them because of that affinity, because they've been recommended by your company. Well, you see companies like Liberty Mutual do this with credit unions. They'll say, hey, if you get a quote from Liberty Mutual, and you'll save 10% by being a member of our credit union. And you see the same thing with Farmers doing it with architects and with CPAs, with teachers, with law enforcement, first responders, firefighters, so on and so forth. And the reason that this is so successful, and the reason insurance companies are doing this, you look at Chubb, they're doing it in the high-end luxury home market. You look at USAA, they're doing this with military and veterans, right? You look at Geico, they do this with government employees, military and veterans as well, right? They create this affinity and this perceived reduction of risk by the group, because everybody at USAA says all the veterans and active duty are going here, so I should do that too, right? We're going to teach you how to do that in your advertising, in your ad campaigns, on a micro level, to get laser targeted leads in your area within a given demographic of people that you want. The reason companies are doing this is because they know that that certain groups of people or certain job titles or people that work in certain industries tend to be better risk. They're more profitable. They have better insurance scores, better credit scores. Thus, the premiums are better, making it easier for you to sell, right? Because they want those risks. We know that insurance companies that don't want a risk, they'll price themselves out of it, right? In some cases, there might be a perception that a group has buying power, or that members of a certain group, i.e. teachers, police, etc., should get a better price for something, right? In the insurance industry, many companies and underwriters have found that individuals have certain job titles or work in certain industries are statistically better risk. This is where we find insurance companies offering discounts to teachers, architects, veterans, etc. But just because your company may not have an exclusive discount the statistics behind the group being a better risk are unchanged. Let me say that again. Just because you don't have an exclusive discount for teachers, firefighters, accountants, lawyers, doctors, your pricing is going to be better. Why? Because your underwriters want that risk. So we're going to show you how to build affinity within any group that you want using these principles and strategies, okay? So again, I can't stress that enough. If you have an affinity discount, fantastic. It's going to make things 10 times easier for you, all right? If you don't have affinity discounts, that's okay. Affinity is nothing more than what we've already talked about. It's this perceived reduction of risk for the group. We're going to help you make your ad campaigns more relevant to the desired demographic that you're looking for. If you want to target doctors, we're going to show you how to target them and how to build affinity effectively through your videos, through your photos, and more importantly, through your ad copy. And this is how you're going to convert leads across any demographic. You might want to have affinity and target farmers. You might want to target dentists or lawyers or orthodontists or chiropractors or small business owners. Wherever you want to build the affinity, the principles that we teach you are going to allow you to do so. And we've got dozens of pre-made campaigns that we're going to show you exactly how to do it. Here's some examples. All right, so you obviously can't target people based on their credit, but we know that people with better jobs make more money, thus typically have better credit. Right? So since we can't target people on their credit score, the loophole is to target them where? By their jobs, by their industries, by the neighborhoods that they live in, by the colleges they went to, right? By the industries they might work in. We know that if we want higher income earners, we got to target higher income people, higher income jobs, right? So there is an income filter on Facebook and LinkedIn and Google, but it's only as accurate as either the input of the user or as public data may show. And we know that, business owners in particular aren't going to necessarily show their accurate earnings, right? They're going to try to write as much off as they can. So here's just a few of the endless targeting filters that you can utilize on Facebook. And we have funnels for each and every one of these: architects, aviation, CPAs, educators, professors, dentists, doctors, engineers, firefighters, lawyers, law enforcement, military, veterans, nurses, college educated, married, parents, alumni associations, and the list goes on and on and on. All right, some examples of affinity groups, right? Associations, right? Like the National Association of Realtors. You've got the, alumni associations. You've got auto owners group, like Harley Owners Group of America. You've got BMW, Audi, Lexus, Mercedes, right? People that drive these types of cars are typically going to be the higher income earners and the people that you want to target in your ads. Affinity leads have the highest close ratio of any lead that you can work, right? Your carrier has these affinity discounts in place to help you close more deals, and they price the types of customers that they want to do business with. They price them aggressively. Every single agent that I've ever talked to on the phone has told me, if you're in my target market, if you're in our underwriter's wheelhouse, we are competitive. You get outside of that box and we aren't competitive. I'm teaching you guys how to build that box and how to get everybody that fills out a form to be in that box that your underwriters are looking for. We're essentially going to take your underwriter's scope of their ideal client, and we're going to show you exactly how to custom tailor that marketing message to that person and to that demographic. For the first time ever, you're going to be able to generate hundreds of targeted affinity quote requests and explode your business with the most innovative lead generation system that we've ever created. All right. Affinity marketing programs have been an extremely profitable segment for insurance carriers for decades. Unfortunately, agents have had to rely on archaic marketing strategies in order to get these advertising out. You've had to, if you want to get involved with teachers, you've had to join PTAs and go to their meetings and donate. If you want to get involved with a certain charitable organization, you've had to donate to them. You had to go to their meetings. You got to volunteer with them. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with giving of service, but I'm telling you there's a more productive way, a faster and more efficient way to hit more people without having to. You can only be at so many events and you can only donate at so many functions, but this is going to allow you to be at multiple places in areas that you couldn't necessarily even drive to, and get you in front of people who may not make those meetings. All right, So there's more than one way to skin a cat, but I'm telling you guys, this is the most effective, most efficient, and most profitable way that you can generate leads. Right now, I've got several campaigns, at least 8 that I can think of right now that we're running for agents that are generating exact targeted leads that they're looking for, and they're paying under $2 a piece. In fact, we've got some that are under 50 cents a piece for an exclusive lead. Imagine what your marketing budget would do if you're able to get leads for $2 and $3, much less 50 cents, right? Imagine calling a quote wizard or an EverQuote or whatever and saying, hey, I want to buy some of your leads, but I only want 25 and older. I only want married with children who are nurses. Imagine being able to go and place that type of an order. You can't, number one, but imagine if you could. Imagine how much that would cost you if you called up one of the lead providers and said, hey, I want leads, but I only want doctors. They'd laugh at you. And if they could do it, you'd pay at least $150, if not more. So let's look at a couple of buying stages, right? This is according to a recent Facebook study that was done specifically on the auto insurance industry. But we're going to teach you how to reduce your sales cycle by utilizing Affinity. Affinity is going to help you drive urgency. It's going to help you build relevance, and it's going to help you convert leads faster, all right? So the 4 stages in the shopper journey are the reactive observance. This is where the journey normally begins, very casually. People learn about insurance offerings. They learn about different insurance brands. They see commercials. They're watching NCAA, and they're seeing whoever sponsored that particular play of the game. They hear radio ads. They see ads in their news feed or on Google or whatever the case may be. Stage 2 is a need or a trigger moment in life happens. We know that people purchase insurance primarily based on life events and triggers, and we're going to teach you guys. There's 2 core triggers that you guys will learn. There's natural triggers and there's created triggers. The natural triggers are the natural life events that happen. People have kids, they get married, they buy a car, they buy a home. These are things that are naturally occurring in their life that trigger them to need or want to talk to an insurance agent. But what affinity marketing allows you to do is create a trigger. If somebody's not buying a house, buying a car, getting married, having kids, and they're just sort of going on with life and there's no crazy life, happenings, getting ready to take place, you can create an event by effectively utilizing the affinity marketing strategies that we're teaching you. You can build urgency by bringing to light new information for them that they didn't know before, which then turns them into a proactive shopper, which shifts the sales cycle into 5th gear. Consumers are actively evaluating their options with increased intention to purchase in the foreseeable future. Ads at this stage move the buyer, move you up and down the buyer's preferred list, and this is where the magic happens. So we're going to teach you guys how to get right into the proactive shopping stage, and because of the affinity and because of the relationship that you're going to be able to build through the ad copy, you're going to be able to reduce your closing closing time by 30% and increase your conversions by at least 35% from any other lead source that you've worked before. So you'll target the audience that has the best shot at closing. It only makes sense, right? Here's some examples, okay? What we're going to look at here is these are using the affinity campaigns that you're going to get in the program. We're going to give you these, all right? This is the number of leads. We've got 24 leads, all right? You've got a cost of $3.76 per lead, only spending 20 bucks a day. Here's the powerful thing, a relevance score. You'll learn about this in the program, but this is a direct correlation to how relevant Facebook sees your ad to the audience that you've targeted. The highest is a 10. You don't get any higher than a 10. And because of the high degree of affinity in the strategies in the ad copy that we're using, you're going to see relevance scores 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the highest it can get. That just goes to show you how powerful affinity really is. And when you build that affinity, there's 3 core measures that drive EdgeRank, which is the algorithm behind the scenes of Facebook. It's affinity, it's time decay, and it's content. So 33% of the entire score is relevance, all right? And we're going to show you exactly how to keep these scores between 7 and 10 on every ad. Here's another one. You got 81 results, 81 leads at $1.73 a lead. You can see these are going on actively right now in just the last, say, week and a half or so, 10 days, 81 leads for $1.73 a piece. Imagine if you could do that in your business, if you could get exclusive leads targeted exactly where you want them and the age and gender demographic that you want, and people that have good credit, that have good jobs, that have high education levels, that drive the nicer cars, that live in the newer homes. Guys, there's only one way to do it, and it's by understanding how to use Affinity, how to target. We're going to give you all of it in the program so that you can copy and paste and get these results day one. This isn't some long drawn out program. This is going to be straight to the point, cut to the chase. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're going to help you understand the principles, and we're going to spoon feed you the ad copy for dozens and dozens of campaigns. But most importantly, you're going to understand the principle so that you can continue using these strategies, and you'll never have to buy another lead unless you want to. We also run these campaigns. If you want to hire us, if you don't have the time to learn how to do this and you want to have us run them, these are examples of ad campaigns that we're running for our clients using Affinity. Here's another 9 relevant score. You can see we've got 80 leads, a click-through rate of 14.6, just incredible results on these campaigns. Here's just a couple of the thousands and thousands of testimonials we have. Here's an example. We get screenshots from our clients all the time letting us know how things are going. Here's a screenshot of quote request just coming in one after another. Boom, 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 boom. Some of these just overnight while you're sleeping, you've got your inbox pouring in. This was a screenshot that was sent by one of our members who woke up and saw an email full of quote requests. All right, here's another one. I like this one. It said, missed most of the call due to a customer walking in, listened to some and watched how to download the leads. Long story short, thought I turned off the ad campaign before leaving for the Cotton Bowl since I'd be out of town until Tuesday. So they left town Friday. We're going to be back Tuesday. And in that 4 days, they went back in and looked in Facebook and saw that they had 63 leads. Guys, she got 63 leads by accident. All right. Here's another one. We got a guy who was letting us know that says, not going to lie, it's probably the easiest close I've ever had. She was like, great, when can I get this started? That was her biggest objection. Here we've got one from a farmer's agent who said, wanted to give a shout out to one of our trainers, Joe. Yesterday, he took a look at a live campaign that they're running. Got 10 leads so far that have come in. 70% of them have made contact with those. He's already submitted 3 life apps. This is in one day this happened. 10 leads. He spent $12 for 10 exclusive life leads, made contact with 7 of them, and submitted 3 applications on the spot. Guys, if you can find a better conversion than that, please let me know, because I'll buy everything that they have. But I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. Okay, this is the reason that I was able to land a Fortune 100 company as an exclusive lead provider for their entire agency force on a massive scale, guys. These are some of the best leads that you'll ever work. Your team will love you. You'll have fun again, and you'll stop beating your head against the wall trying to figure out where you can get good leads. 86% of insurance agents are buying leads, and I have never heard of one agent tell me that they are happy with a lead provider. Never once. Take control of your marketing. Let us show you the steps of how to do it. Here's another farmer's agent says, this is awesome. He had to shut all the ads off to get caught up and get some closed. Here's one. He's targeting firefighters. So again, it doesn't matter whether you're independent, whether you're captive. It doesn't matter what market you're in. It doesn't matter what carriers you represent. The principles are the same. If you have affinity discounts, fantastic. It's going to make things that much quicker for you to get started. If you already know who your target affinities are, if you don't have quote unquote affinity discounts, I'm going to teach you how to find your target audience. It doesn't matter whether you have a specific discount for them, because at the end of the day, you're going to be competitive with the people that are in your underwriter's wheelhouse. We're going to teach you how to get those people. All right, guys, really easy. Go to sellingwithsean.com/AMU. sellingwithsean.com/AMU and get started. This is going to be a limited time deal. We're not going to run this forever. We've already got 10 agents who have signed up. It's going to be a fantastic program. I urge you strongly to get in while you can, because when we shut the doors to this thing As you know, if you've ever done business with me, once I turn it off, there will be no joining later. So get in now.